Doc here with a physics tutorial for Physics 101 Light and Visual Phenomena, close-up lenses. You see, we have a problem if we get too close to the camera. This arrangement is showing us the closest that we can get for our given camera. And that's it right there. The film cannot move any more to the right. We have reached the extreme case. So what happens here, if we get closer, the image is too far to the right. But by putting a lens here to help the regular lens, the additional lens is called a close-up lens, and it will focus these rays more, bend them more, so that the image is on the film. Here we go. With the close-up lens, we got it. So these close-up lenses are very, very nice. You get 3 in a set, plus 1 diopter lens, plus 2 and a plus 4. A typical arrangement. And here with the regular lens, which is indicated here without filter, you can only get so close to the flower, so it looks like this with the plus 1 lens attached, plus 1 diopter lens attached, you can get closer. And with the plus 2 even closer, with the plus 4 even closer, and get a nice large view of the flower. If you do the same thing with the license, or actually we'll do something a little different here because we'll actually put combinations of the close-up lenses on. Here's the lens by itself without help. The lens with the close-up lens, 1 diopter, and here the next one that allows us to get closer is with the 1 and 2 lenses screwed on together for a total of 3 diopters assistance to the original lens, camera lens. And here we've put all 3 close-up lenses on to the camera lens. So we have 1, 2, and 4. We have a total of 7 diopters. That's in addition to the original camera lens. To understand what's going on here with the math in focal lengths, diopters and all, we have the formula diopters is given by 1 over f in meters. And if you want to think of the focal length in centimeters, you replace the 1 with 100. And if you want to think of the focal length in millimeters, you replace the 1 with 1,000. So these two formulas are variations of this formula. Then we sometimes want to go the other way. Given diopters, what's the focal length? So we can swap D and F in each case. We know we can do that because if we look at 3 as 6 divided by 2, we know that 2 is 6 divided by 3. In other words, 3 and 2 can be swapped with no problem. So that's what we did here. We swapped the D and the F in each case so that we could get another equation for each one, so we can go both ways. Like if you would look up something in French to English or go from English to French, the same idea. We can go from F to D, or we can go from D to F. So the first case here is the 50 millimeter camera lens with no assistance. So that would be 50 millimeters. We have that given. The diopter value, now we're going to be looking at the formulas at the far right because all the stuff here, so you're going to think in terms of millimeters. We see millimeters everywhere, so we're looking at these two on the far right. So what is 50 millimeters divided into 1,000? 1 0 cancels, and it's the equivalent of 5 into 100, which is 20. The next case is the plus 1 by itself. This is the plus 1 diopter, so that's given. And if I want the focal length in millimeters, I want this. I take the 1 diopter and divide it into 1,000, and that's 1,000. The next case is the plus 2. Plus 2 diopters into 1,000 gives me 500. And plus 4 into 1,000 gives me 250. In this next case, I have the plus 1 and plus 4 diopter lenses without the 50, and diopters add, so that's plus 5. These plus signs are not necessary, but they're nice to put down. In practice, you often see them included. And 5 into 1,000, 200. These aren't strong lenses compared to your original lens, but they will help when you put them on there and you attach them. Because your original lens, 20 diopters, and these, are smaller values. But now if I take the plus 1 diopter and a plus 4 diopter and put it with my 50 millimeter lens, I have 20 diopters with the regular lens, and the 1 and the 4, I have plus 25 diopters. To get my focal length, what is 25 into 1,000? Well, 25 goes into 100 4 times, and there's a 0 hanging around for the ride, so the answer is 40. I've made my camera lens, which is originally 50 millimeters at 20 diopters. I've made it stronger, 25 diopters, and reduced the focal length. Remember, a stronger lens is shorter focal length. I reduce it to 40 millimeters and can take pictures of flowers closer and get pretty pictures.